get cut off halfway through a presentation or get stopped by your manager or stakeholder in the middle of a recommendation, they cut in by saying, okay, hang on, what's the bottom line? You were just about to get there, you were working your way up to it. It's not only frustrating and rude to be interrupted, it could also cost you if you can't get your ideas heard at work. You need to be able to voice your opinions in a way that people can hear you, and people are impatient. Most people naturally communicate in chronological order. Why? It's because we live our lives in chronological order. But that's not how people want and need to hear you at work. So I'm going to share a proven way to get your point across to impatient listeners, including your boss, so they hear you. It's called the BLUF technique. BLUF. It stands for bottom line up front. It's actually not a new technique. It was created by the military to ensure rapid understanding in intense situations. So while your friends have the patience for a long lead up and all the gory details, your impatient stakeholder doesn't. Well, not at first. Instead, you need to open with the conclusion, your recommendation, the action that you're asking people to take first. Get it out in your first couple of sentences. Then share how you arrived at your conclusion or the data if they want it. For example, last meeting we discussed how our market share is being affected. Here are my recommendations. And then share them with no detail yet. We noticed a dip in 2 areas of our employee engagement scores. Here's what the managers in my division are doing to address them. Then share the actions they're taking with no data yet. We want to ensure people continue to feel safe coming back to the office. I have 3 recommendations to ease their transition. Then share your recommendations without sharing how you calculated them. And when you're done sharing the bottom line, ask what details they'd like to hear. Would you like me to explain how I arrived at my recommendation? They'll either say yes or no, or they'll ask. So you're preparing to share all of these details. You're just not sharing them at the very beginning. And you might not even have the chance to share them. They might say, no, we trust you, run with it. So yes, you'll be prepared to answer 10 questions deep and have that information ready in case they ask. But by not sharing it right away, you're ensuring your ideas get heard in a noisy and an impatient workplace. So if you hear get to the point a lot or get cut off when explaining yourself, try this and let me know how it goes.